Well, good evening, everyone. My name's Jason. This is just Jason Keto and more, and happy Thursday to everybody. We're here for just a hangout live stream kind of thing. Hopefully, everyone's having a good week so far. Hopefully, everything is working. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me all right. We can take a look at and see who is in the house. We had Carrie first in the door. It's good to see you, Carrie. Red and Jason are here. They say I'll be back. So thanks for coming by, guys. We have Lynn here tonight. Thanks for coming in, Lynn. Definitely appreciated. B&J's Homestead Adventure is in the house. Rick from Twin Brook Acres is here. And the ever-present Scratching Pete PA has arrived. It's good to see you, Pete. Hopefully you're having a good day. Kevin from Tuber Chat is here. P&J's is still saying hi here. Ruby is here. Thank you for sharing, Kevin. That's definitely appreciated. You can give the live stream a thumbs up on your way in. That would also be greatly appreciated. It definitely helps things. And definitely appreciate any time anyone can spend with me tonight. It's I did miss last week, unfortunately. Again, typically if I miss a week, it's just because sort of work gets busy and I don't know how, wind up working too late, and I don't like to rush the live streams. But we're here this week. Low-Carb Spins in the house. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate you being here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Red and Jason are back. How does a computer take their coffee? In bits and bytes. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anyone here. Brenda's here. Hopefully you're excited for Keto Palooza to start next week, Brenda. We've got, let's see if I can do this. Oh, still did it wrong. Up here is Brenda's prize from a few months ago, her Dash Mini. Maybe I can point out one of these days. So that'll be getting packed up soon to make its long trip to Kentucky next week. But it's good to see you here. Yeah, so hopefully everyone's having a good week. I don't know if there's any difference in the video quality this week, if anyone can tell over sort of last week, or if because I guess I finally got the email from StreamYard. I have a StreamYard subscription to what was the basic program before, but I paid by the year, so I'm actually paid up until next March. But I got the email this week about the whole price increase and everything. But the one thing I've noticed is that all of the new features that are available to the upgraded packages, which I probably won't be paying for, due to the fact that it's going from like $200 and some odd dollars to almost $500 a year. But the one thing is that you get to use all of these features until your subscription runs out. So even if you're a monthly, you get to use those features. And one of the features that they've opened up is actual 1080p broadcasting. So up until this point, I've only had access to the 720p broadcasting, and it actually let me turn on 1080 tonight. So, which is one thing I've always wanted from StreamYard, but it was always way too expensive to get it from the old plans. I see Kevin is saying there's another plan available from them that's worth looking at. I'll have to take a look and see what see what the options are, kind of thing. I find it weird that StreamYard would sort of really try and push, like, it's almost like they were trying to push people out of using them, because there's no way I'm going to spend twice as much money every year for something that I could do most of for free. Um, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I gotta look more into it, kind of thing. Like I said, I just got the email from them this week, so let's make sure we're not missing anyone here. I saw a few more people come in. I think I saw the Simple Alaskans are here. It's good to see you guys. Everyone's still saying hi to each other. We've got Dustin from Keto Simple in the house. Dustin is sort of the first one that made me aware of. I don't know if you haven't seen my video from last night about the new information about Element and the ingredients that they're listing on their webpage now, even though it's not in the ingredients list, which I kind of agree with Dustin. It's kind of doesn't make sense. I'll get into that in a bit, but yeah, Dustin's the one that sort of made me aware of it. So thanks for that, Dustin. I think between the two of us, we've sort of made the information available to quite a few people that didn't know about it. So, which is, ultimately what we're here to do, right? Everyone's saying hi still. Okay, so I already looked at that one. I've been using the 1080p for a while. I really like the intro and outro features when going live. I did see that as well, but again, it's one of those things I haven't really looked into so far. Again, this week's the first time I've logged in and seen some of the new features available, so I will definitely take a look at that though. I don't like the high price when I don't make enough to cover the cost. Yeah, exactly. Like I do, or let's say I don't mind paying for services that I find worth the money to pay for. You know what I mean? Like I do pay for StreamYard, I pay for Canva, and I pay for TubeBuddy, because I find I get a lot of use out of those three things, right? So, again, I don't mind paying for services that I get. I get my money's worth out of, kind of thing. So, but you're right. It's once it starts costing more than you're making from it, then it doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, money's already tight enough. No sense spending where not necessary. Exactly. We've got Lady Fitzader in the house. Thank you for coming in. Kristen is here. Appreciate you being here, Kristen. Lots of great people in the house tonight. Because of the way they forced everyone into a more expensive plan, I expect they will lose many more users than they would have kept. But being transparent and making the upgrade available. Yeah, it's one of those things where there's a lot of, I don't understand their thinking behind things sometimes. Netflix did the same thing with when they cut off account sharing. They could have said, okay, well, you can't share accounts anymore, but we're going to offer a really cheap plan. So they could have picked up a lot more monthly subscribers. But instead of doing that, they just cut everyone off and then made everyone else that was paying angry. So they lost a lot of customers that way. So like I said, I don't pretend to understand what these companies are thinking when they do things like this. So, we'll have to see what happens. I'm not going to spend a ton of money on something like StreamYard if I don't have to, if there's other options available. So saving our pennies, and we don't even have pennies in Canada anymore. Yeah, that's true. Thanks for that, Pete. I definitely appreciate it. I was looking at StreamYard until they did that. Now I'm checking out Restream. Yeah, there is other options available. It's definitely worth looking at all of the options. I've wanted to check out things like OBS and that, but it's just more involved. Obviously, programs like StreamYard and Restream are popular because they're very user friendly. I'm not. I'm sure I could figure out OBS, but at this point, I haven't really dug into it much yet. Michael's here. How you doing, Michael? Thanks for coming in. I've got your other playlist still running in the background, or at least it's paused right now for the live stream, so I don't, you know, bog down this computer too much. But I'll get it started again when we're finished. So if anyone has any extra time, Michael's working on getting some watch hours for his channel. So if you have time and a spare computer available to run a playlist, I'm sure he would appreciate it greatly. Everyone's saying hi here. We've got Joe in the house. Good to see you, Joe. Thanks for coming in. I'll be right back. Again, I definitely appreciate any time anyone can spend with me here tonight. Just a kind of hangout. I do have sort of some things to talk about, but nothing too serious tonight. Got Herman the Great in the house. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I'm doing pretty good, I guess. We're by this time next week, we should be in Louisville, Kentucky at our conference, the Keto Palooza gathering of 300 plus people from the keto carnivore community. So looking forward to getting that kicked off and doing a little bit of exploring in Kentucky as well. After the conference, we're going to stay for a couple of days and go to a couple of different places. So looking forward to that for sure. Of course, getting away from work and anytime you can, I always enjoy that. So thank you for that. Yeah, if you can hit the thumbs up for the live stream, it would be appreciated greatly. Thumb hit. Thank you. We've got Nora here in the house. Thank you for coming by, Nora. I definitely appreciate it. I was going to talk to you next time you're live. We can maybe talk about it, or I don't know if you're on Instagram, Nora, but I wanted to sort of pick your brain about. I have a little bit of, not much, but I have some money sitting in some what do you call it? Cryptocurrency that I don't think is really going to make any kind of gains. So I was just trying to find out what kind of crypto we're looking at these days that might be worth putting a little bit of money into. Not really, it's not a lot, so it's not really worth much in like Bitcoin and stuff like that. But if there's anything cheap that I can pick up a little bit of stock in, then that would definitely be fun. Everyone's saying hi here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, if you want to drop the link for your channel, just type hashtag Thrive in the chat, and Nightbot should drop your channel for you. Let's see here. Kendra's here. Thank you for coming, Kendra. Definitely appreciate you being here. Yeah, Kendra's got a brand new merch site up and running now. So if you haven't checked that out, I have a link to it on my community tab. You can check out for sure. Or if one of the moderators is here that can drop a link to it, that would be appreciated. Herman uses Restream. So there you go. A lot of people, I know a lot of people that use it. I've never heard anything bad about it. I've just never looked into all the features myself. So, yep. Yeah, if you can run Michael's playlist for him. I'm sure he would appreciate it. We'll get him up there to his 3,000 first, and then he can work on the 4,000. Everyone's saying hi here, so that's cool. So I think everyone is telling me that, what is it, Dogecoin, DOGE. I've seen it, and I was wondering if that was worth investing in. Again, I've only got like a couple hundred bucks sitting in there. I jumped on the Sheeb train a couple of years ago, kind of thing, and just put a few play bucks in there just to see what happens. And it's up and down, but I don't think it's really ever going to turn into what some people thought it would. So I'd rather put it into something that might actually get me some returns. So, and again, for me, it's more of it's a hobby type thing. I'm just playing around with it. I'd never put any more money into it. This is just some money that I could afford to lose, so to speak. So yeah, there seems to be consensus for sure. So yeah, I'll take a look into that. I might just flip what I have into that and then see what happens. Jeremy's here. Good to see you, Jeremy. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. So it looks like a few people run playlist for you, Michael. So yeah, hopefully that helps out. I know he's getting pretty close to his first level of monetization. So let's get him there. What did I have for dinner tonight? So I had a frittata. It's a typical sort of thing for a Thursday night before a live stream. I did a sort of clean out the leftovers frittata. So I had leftover steak, and I had leftover pork chops or pork loin, and then I had leftover chicken thighs all in a frittata tonight. So it was quite good and quite filling. So, it seems to be something I look to do on Thursday nights, mainly because it's easy. So Chris's Creation Funds in the house. Thank you for coming by. Definitely appreciate it. Tuber Chat, thanks for gifting that membership. Looks like Jeremy picked that up, so congrats, Jeremy. Appreciate that, Kevin. Definitely, I'm sure Jeremy will be happy to have that membership. We're actually getting up there now, so now we have 8 members. If you want to, if anyone doesn't know, that we have the Chaffle House open at $1.99 a month. I'm trying to make it as affordable as possible, just so we can get a community built up, so that we can start doing some fun things over there in the memberships. But again, appreciate it if you join, but I'm not. It's just information to put out there. Same with the merch. I don't know if you noticed, but I've got, this is that one of the hats you can get from my merch store, and then I also got the one of the shirts with the "Everyday I'm Chaffling" logo on it. So I actually ordered some of my own merch off the merch store. I don't know if that kind of sounds silly, but I wanted to have some of it to sort of wear on live streams and stuff like that, and to wear to the to Keto Palooza next week. So definitely fun. And I also wanted to order some stuff just to check out the quality myself, to make sure, because I don't want to sort of push merch to my community and have it not turn out to be good quality. Like, I don't expect it to be super high quality or anything, but I don't want it to be junk either. So everyone's saying hi here, and congrats, Jeremy. And then Pete's posted a link to my community post for Kendra's merch store. So if you want to check that out, even if you just go over and take a look at it and see if there's anything that interests you over there. She's got some great ideas going over there, and it's a family thing her kids are even involved in coming up with ideas to sell on the store. So, which, it's always good to have the whole family involved in something like that. So, yes, it was a good dinner. It's one of those things where it for the amount of times I've had something like that, it's not super exciting, but I like it because it's really filling. So, if you haven't seen my frittata recipes, it's like any kind of protein you want, and then I usually put 6 eggs in with it. So, it winds up being probably enough for 2 people, but I usually eat it all myself. So, everyone is still saying hi here. Thank you for that. Okay, so we're down at the bottom of the comments right now. So a couple of things. If you didn't, I think everyone here may have seen my video from last night that sort of was spurred on by some information that Dustin from Keto Simple had come across. I'm not sure when or sort of exactly how he found this information, but I'm glad he did, because it's one of those things where, as a creator, and if you've seen my videos, that I sort of promote this Element electrolyte drink. I use it myself all the time, and I would never purposely steer someone towards something like that if I knew that the ingredients were, sort of less than ideal, or at least I wouldn't recommend it without sort of stating that fact ahead of time, kind of thing. I've always considered Element to be, like a really clean product as far as sort of keto based products go. Like, even though it's not a keto product per se, it's just an electrolyte drink. So it's not just for people on a low carb ketogenic diet. It's for anybody that wants, for athletes, for, basically anyone. But being in the keto community, there's certain ingredients that we like to try and avoid, and maltodextrin is one of those, because it's been proven that it does elevate glucose levels in some people. Again, and this is the thing with it, is it doesn't affect everybody the same. Some people it does affect their glucose levels, some people it doesn't. And again, but I think everybody should have the information available to them so that they can make their own choice in the matter, kind of thing. And I see, yeah, Joe, you're putting up that they brought it up some time ago. What they brought up is what was brought up a couple of months ago about what we were being told, is that there was 4 milligrams of maltodextrin per serving, which, again, it's still there. But at that level, it's fairly, it's not really going to impact anything, because it's such a small amount. I think Dustin worked it out to, that being 1 teaspoon per, I don't know if it was 100 or 1,000 servings of Element. The new information that is on Element's website now is that every serving contains between 250 and 550 milligrams of maltodextrin, which, again, like I put in my video, to put it in perspective, this one little packet here only has 200 milligrams of potassium in it and 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So at the high end, half of this is maltodextrin if it's 550 milligrams. So, like, that's, unfortunately, if that's what the case is, and again, this is information coming straight from Element's website, to me, that's unacceptable. I can't understand how they're not. Well, I know why they're not putting it on their ingredients list, because they don't want to do that because they're going to lose sales. But again, the reason it's not on their ingredients list is because it's part of the natural flavors, right? So this is coming from the natural flavors that companies purchase from another company to put in their products. So that's why I thought I had to make a video about this last night. I wasn't planning on making a video about any of that, but then when I listened to what Dustin, revealed about it, and then I went on their website and found this information for myself. I felt I had to let you guys know. Like I say, I still have 2 months supply left of Element. This one is I'm actually just keeping this old flavor that they don't even make anymore, just as a keepsake kind of thing. But I've got some left that I will probably use. I'm not going to throw it out or anything. And I don't really feel right giving it away, kind of thing, at this moment. But going forward, I have discussed with one of the commenters about sort of an easy way to make your own electrolyte mix kind of thing that I might look into doing. If I stick with Element, I will be going to the unflavored raw mix, because it doesn't have any natural flavors, so it won't have any maltodextrin in it. So again, I've got nothing against Element, and ultimately I really hope that they're working to find a new supplier that's not using maltodextrin for their products. Knowing Rob Wolf and his wife Nikki and that whole team over there, I would hope that that's the case. But until they've sorted that out, I can't really, in good conscience, sort of recommend it to other people anymore. Like, I won't be putting any kind of affiliate links. Like, I'm not an affiliate with them. Everybody that orders from them gets a link that they can use to sort of build up. If someone uses your link, you get sort of money towards your next purchase, kind of thing. Nobody's ever used my link anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. But unfortunately, I can't really recommend it for now anyway. So did they give an explanation of why it's so high? I don't specifically know. Again, I think Dustin did reach out to Rob and sort of asked him to confirm all of this before he posted his video about it, which good on Dustin for doing that. You don't want to sort of put something out there like this without reaching out to the companies first. If I'm correct, it sounds like what Rob told Dustin is that they had a third-party test done on this product that they've been using, and that's what it came back with. So again, the company that they purchased the proprietary natural flavors ingredient from, ultimately, it sounds like they weren't being transparent about the amount that was in it when they were selling it to them. So that's quite often, like Lady Fritz Ader saying here, quite often they won't tell the company what's in it. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think even Keto Chow ran into this with one of their suppliers at one point. They've had at one point had to look at a different supplier for some of their ingredients, because it turned out that it had some ingredients in it that they just didn't want to have in their products. So, and again, this is why anytime I review a product and it says natural flavors, that's why we always have to make sure that we are aware that natural flavors are basically just a fancy term for, we don't know what's in it, and there's a high possibility that it's not really something that we want, unfortunately. So Thanks for posting that, Pete. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks for coming by, Michael. Definitely appreciate you being here. Michael premieres videos every morning and after and evening. Lots of fun hanging out over there, watching some critters. Element actually has a recipe for their electrolytes on their website. You can use that to make your own. Yep, absolutely. The one thing, and the person, I can't remember her name, that I was talking to in the comments of the video I put out last night. She has a make or do your DIY electrolyte drink that uses like real salt, and then just any like magnesium capsules that you can buy off the shelf, and then you just need to use like some new salt for the potassium side of things. Because I've looked at purchasing the specific ingredients for the Element do-it-yourself mix, and unfortunately, we can't get any of it here in Canada. Canada has a lot of wacky sort of rules about buying bulk ingredients like that. They're just like, you can't even, and I don't know. Keto Chow has even had trouble selling their product here in Canada because it has too much potassium in it, whatever that means. So they've had to reformulate their product just to be able to sell it in Canada. So Sheena's here. Good to see you, Sheena. Sheena's a longtime friend here on YouTube. She's got another channel where she does online auction sales. So yeah, like I said, I've known Sheena for a long time, but she's started up a new channel to document her health journey. Again, if anyone wants to drop their link in the chat, just type #Thrive and Nightbot will do that for you. I think I missed. So it's Element Suppliers that was deceitful, not the company. Correct. And again, when we first heard about this, it was this was information coming from the supplier saying that it was only 4 milligrams in the mix. So, and again, if I'm correct, and I don't know if Dustin's still here or not, but in his video, he sort of explained that there was testing done on the ingredients, and this is how they came up with these elevated numbers. Now, again, looking at it from that Elements side, I get it. Like this kind of thing, and I don't want to sort of stir the pot or anything, and hopefully, I don't want to see anything happen to the company because they do a lot of great work, and their mission is solid, and I'm all for it. And at least it is on their website. But again, I think their website says the reason it's not in the ingredients list is because it's a minute quantity. But to me, it's more than one of the main ingredients. Like, technically, based on your ingredients list, it should be listed as the second ingredient in their product after sodium, because sodium's 1,000 milligrams, potassium's only 200 milligrams. So if there's 250 to 550 milligrams of maltodextrin in the product, then it should be on the ingredients list. But again, that's because it's part of the natural flavors, they don't have to list it. So it's just FDA laws and craziness. But anyways, that's sort of my sort of rant on that tonight. I don't want to, again, I only put it out there so that all of you have the information you need. Do with it what you need to do with it. If it doesn't affect you and you're fine with it, then I'm happy for any kind of decision you make for it. I just don't want to continue or to have that information out there and be pushing a product that technically I've passed up reviewing other products that have maltodextrin as one of the ingredients. So I look at the ingredients list, and it's like, well, no, I don't want that because it's, you know, uh, it's just not something that I want in my diet. So that's that. So let's make sure we're not missing anything here. Everyone's still saying hi to each other. Sheena dropped her channel link there. Rick is still in the house. Kendra's still here. So yeah, I guess sort of this week's topic, if you will, about for the live stream, sort of this, if it was easy, everyone would do it kind of mentality. A lot of this comes from discussions we have throughout the community. And, I may have even been part of when we were talking on one of Kendra's live streams. The struggle was what makes you strong kind of way of thinking kind of thing. This doesn't, and this doesn't even have to relate directly to diet and lifestyle. Although, if anybody has tried to change their diet and their lifestyle, we all know how hard it is. But I'm a firm believer that struggle that we go through to get to our goals and to achieve that, whatever we're trying to do, whether we're trying to change our health or we're trying to start a YouTube channel, God knows the YouTube life is a struggle. It's something that, I've thought about quitting many times, and I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if most people that have started a YouTube channel at one point thought, like, what's the point? I'm doing all this work and it's not turning into what I want it to. But I think ultimately, if we can push through these times, in our diet and lifestyle, in our life, in our learning, doing whatever you want, like relationships are the same way. Nothing's ever going to be easy. And I don't think it's good if things are easy. Like, I don't know if it's hard to explain. If we are super comfortable and we're never challenged, I don't think we can grow as people, as, in anything that we're doing, and that's why I don't, I've never really been a big proponent of things like weight loss medications and stuff like that. And because they may get you to certain goals kind of thing, but they're not going to actually teach you anything, if you know what I mean. You're not going to actually go through that struggle that comes with making those choices day to day as to what you eat and how you live your life. Because if again, anybody that's here that has tried to change their lifestyle and their diet knows that it's a daily struggle. Even for myself, I'm 5 3/4 years into this whole keto lifestyle, and it's, I still struggle with it. When I go out to, especially during the holidays and stuff like that, when you go out to parties, I struggle with it still. It's you see things that you're like, oh man, I wish I could just have that. And it's not that I can't have it. It's just I know deep down that I'd rather not give in to those temptations. And that is very hard. Like, it's hard mentally, it's hard physically, but over time, I think it just makes us stronger in the long run. So that was sort of my, it was actually something I was thinking about making an actual video about, but I just figured it was a, a good enough topic to have here in the live stream. Again, if anyone knows me, I'm not very good at doing sort of motivational type videos where I just talk to a camera. I can talk to you guys all night long on a live stream, but when I hit record and I have to say what I'm thinking, it really does not come out very easily. Again, it's one of those things where I could probably get a lot better at it if I did it more. So I should be challenging myself to make it happen. But so that's another example right there. It doesn't have to have anything to do with diet and lifestyle. If you're a creator, we got lots of creators in the chat tonight. If there's something that you're not comfortable with or not good at doing on YouTube, you can either look at it, well, I'm never going to do it because I'm not good at it, or you're going to try and do more of what you're not comfortable with to try and get better at it. Right. So that's the choice you make. And again, I get really frustrated trying to make videos like that. With my cooking videos, my recipe videos, they have to be sort of one and done. I don't have it's really hard if I screw something up to go back and redo it. So it's we're going to get this all in one take. And then when I forget to hit, when I forget to hit record, that's what's going to happen. If you watch my last video, then that's what happened. So I have to deal with it. But so those videos I've gotten used to doing over time. I've got 70 plus recipe videos on the channel now. So I've gotten used to doing that. But what I want to do is start doing more of the, talking head videos that are more just motivational type stuff. And I just need to challenge myself and get to that point where I'm comfortable with it so I can do more. So that's a perfect example of what I'm trying to get across tonight. So let's see here. I think a lot of it is mindset and perspective too. If we don't look at our challenges as building blocks and an opportunity to grow and improve, then that's harder, like a wasted opportunity. Absolutely. So, and again, like right from when I was young, some of you may know that I was competitive in martial arts when I was younger. And one thing our coaches always try to make us understand is that, we're always going to lose. But if you learn something when you lose, then it's not really a loss, right? So even with diet and lifestyle, okay, we may fall off the wagon. We may do something that we're not really proud of as far as our diet and lifestyle goes. If you sit back and learn, okay, well, this is why this happened. So next time I'm in this situation, I need to remember why this happened last time. And then hopefully that will help you through it the next time it happens. So, and then the same comes with anything in life. You can put out things on YouTube that you're not proud of because you don't think that the quality is as good as you want it to be. And 600 plus videos in, I'm still not always very happy with what I put out there, but I know that I need to keep doing what I'm doing so that each video can get a little better. Each video editing get a little bit better. I can start doing different things. I can get better audio with things like with proper microphones and better equipment. Again, that's not sort of mindset stuff, but it's all part of, learning from your disappointment and what you did before, if there's any. Again, I can't speak for everyone, but these are just some of the things that, I look at as learning opportunities when we struggle to make sort of what we're trying to do. So bear show my body, but I need to break that shaming cycle. Yep, for sure. Yeah, Sheena's right out there right now on her channel. She just wants to use that channel to keep her motivated to reach her goals. And it's good on you, Sheena. Don't let perfectionism stand in your way. You have a lovely speak. You should have no problems talking. And it's one of those things. It's a hang up of mine that I've always had with this kind of stuff. And I think I get so much going on in my head. I get jumbled up when I'm trying to talk about it. Ultimately, I just need to sit down with an idea and just speak my mind and then put it out there, which is what I think I have to realize. I have to try and stop being so scripted about it. Figure out what I want to say, sit down, hit record and say it, turn off recording. And that's basically what you guys are going to get. And hopefully that's what will wind up being helpful. So, but thanks for that. Yeah. I think ultimately a lot of times we get in our own way. The whole don't let perfection stand in the way of progress. That's that right there applies to so many different parts of life. If you wait to make everything perfect, then you'll never make anything. So I struggle with same discomfort even after sharing progress pics for quite a while. I still have. Yeah, I get you there, Kendra, for sure. Finding comfort, strength, and discomfort is great. Yeah. I was saying I'm going to write it down, and then I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. That's one of those things I wind up running into as well, because I get a lot of ideas, while I'm working and stuff like that. So, I have a whiteboard in my office here where I write down ideas to work on. So that's sort of the way I try and deal with it. Because, if I did a video every time I had a thought about any of this kind of stuff, then I'd probably be putting out videos every day. So take care, Loretta. Thank you for coming by. I definitely appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are having a good week, getting ready for another weekend at the off-grid cabin. Growing up, our coach would make us recite that if we said we can't, I have not yet mastered this particular maneuver, therefore I shall employ greater diligence to the completion of the goal. For sure. Yeah. Look at it like, just because you didn't achieve what you wanted today doesn't mean you can't try again tomorrow. Right. Because if you give up, then it is a loss. You need to move forward and, reach those goals that you want to reach. And again, it's everything in life that this applies to, right? So low self-esteem and having weight loss journey stuff in your videos is an interesting thing. Oh, yes, it is. Absolutely. And it's one of those things too. Like I've been on YouTube for just a little over 3.5 years now, trying to put myself out there and what I've gone through and everything. But if you had asked me, let's say the day I started keto, or if you'd said to me, oh, well, in 2 years, you're going to be, or in 5.5 years, you're going to have, 20 people watch you talk about keto live on YouTube, I would have called you crazy. Like this is, I never would have believed you, because I'm actually, I would say most of the time I'm pretty introverted. I'm not really all that outgoing. I have just gotten comfortable talking on camera for YouTube and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of the times when I'm doing videos, I'm not actually in the video. I'm just talking because I'm just more comfortable that way. But and again, it's one of those things where I had something I needed to say when it came to this lifestyle and the changes that it's helped me make. I had some information that I thought I needed to share with whoever wanted to listen to it. So that's why I sort of forced myself to do something I'm not comfortable with, which is this whole YouTube thing, right? I knew nothing about it, never sort of recorded a video of myself talking. When I first started doing YouTube, I actually started my channel by doing interview videos that were pre-recorded kind of thing. So I got used to it just by talking one-on-one with another creator. So that's how I got used to doing it. So I wasn't just talking to the camera. I wasn't doing something like a live stream here. I was having a conversation, recording it, putting it on YouTube. And that's sort of what my first few videos were about. And then as I got more comfortable with it, then I started doing other type videos. But if you looked back at some of my first sort of me speaking to the camera directly videos, yeah, no, they were not good. So, but I don't really think I've ever come across anyone that's really happy with some of their first videos. Wanting things perfect and imposter syndrome. Yep, that's for sure. Self comfort zone. Thank you for that. Like I say, I've said it 100 times here is that my only mission with this YouTube channel is to help people the best way that I can. And that is to sort of share the information that I've learned over the last 5.5 years. I've always been of the opinion that if I can help one person and that other people can help just one person, then it makes it all worth it at the end of the day. Because I know deep down inside what I did to change my lifestyle and my diet really was that big of a change in my life. I don't know where I'd be right now if I hadn't started. So I don't think of it that way, but I'm just grateful that I did start when I did. I would have preferred to start 20 years ago, but at least I was able to start when I did, and I'm here now. So sharing that information with all of you is my my goal for this channel. We're growing as a channel consistently, which means we're reaching more people, which gives us even more opportunity to try and help other people heal and get healthy. So together we travels here. Thank you for coming by. Much appreciated. I hope everyone's having a good week so far this week. Hopefully anyone who was affected by the hurricane is doing all right. I haven't sort of heard any stories in the community sort of thing of anyone directly affected by it. It was really a lot of damage done, sports, especially in the Carolinas there. And so hopefully everyone is safe for recovering from that. It's never a good time when things like that happen, for sure. Looking forward to next week. Like I say, I won't be able to do a live stream from here Thursday night kind of thing. I may try and do some sort of live stream from the hotel where the convention is. I don't know what I'll be able to set up, but I'll be bringing my camera, and I'll bring my laptop and my capture card and everything. Just in case I can set up for a few minutes and go live and, share how things are going. I'm going to do my best to try and capture footage from the whole trip kind of thing. And then the put it up as like a vlog kind of thing. I want to get some travel footage and just some of the different sites we see. Like we're gonna go see, like, do the Muhammad Ali Museum and the uh, Louisville Slugger Museum and stuff like that. So I'll have my GoPro with me for that whole thing. So I'll try and capture whatever I can, and then see, best intentions, right? It's one of those things where I say I want to do it, but half the time it never happens. I was in Western North Carolina before Helena and left Wednesday night to go back to Georgia. My family lives there and they are fine. Well, that's good. Yeah, no, it's I know it's been tough. Like there's been a lot of stories about like whole communities in the mountains that have no access to water or hydro or even communications. So it's been pretty tough, but I know there's a big movement, a grassroots movement of like locals. And, there was even I think they said a couple of days following the hurricane, there was a group of like 37 private helicopters that showed up to start delivering goods like water and supplies and everything into those people that are sort of isolated right now. So, it's good to see things like that, people coming together to help other people. So sure, I can do a live. Yeah, I will try for sure. As long as the internet's good enough. And I do know it is, because we did a live stream on another channel when we were there last year, and then the year before I wasn't there, but someone else did a live stream from the hotel. So I'm assuming the internet's good enough. We'll have to see what kind of time I have to do it, but I will definitely let everyone know if something's going to happen. Yeah, looking forward to meeting everybody that's going to be at KPL. Like I say, we'll looking forward. I met a lot of people in person last year, and looking forward to meeting lots more people this year. Make sure you get I got lots of wristbands and stuff to hand out. I've got, this is just a handful I have here. I have bags full of them to hand out. So make sure you catch me and get your wristbands while you're there. It's Bonnie's in the house. Thank you for coming by, Bonnie. One of Anita's moderators from Ketogenic Women. It's good to see you here, Bonnie. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, like I say, hopefully I can make something work out. They're using mule teams to get into the hollers around Asheville, to get food and water in there. Yeah, I guess one of the things they were having trouble, like even with the helicopters that were trying to deliver goods into them, is that because of the terrain, a lot of them couldn't land helicopters anywhere near some of the people that needed these supplies. So it's but it sounds like everyone's doing what they have to do to help everybody out. Yeah, down trees, washed out roads are the worst. Yeah. I saw a lot of footage of the washed out roads along the river. It was crazy seeing some of that. Thanks for coming, guys. Definitely appreciate it. Another great homesteading channel there from Alaska. Again, appreciate any time anyone could spend here. Thanks, Rick, for being here. I will. Rick's got a great channel over there too. He's been on my podcast a while back, so there's an interview with him on the channel as well. So, okay, so we'll probably wrap things up here. It is 8:30, as Lady Fritzader is saying here. They're going to head over to Crazy Ketos. So, yeah, they go live at 8:30. So, again, I appreciate everyone being here. Hopefully you didn't get too bored of that element rant again through this, even after the sort of video I did about it yesterday. If anyone has any questions about it, you can email me at justjasonketo@gmail.com. I don't have all of the details specifically about it, but I can talk to Dustin about it or even reach out to Element and find out if they have any information. I may reach out and find out if they're looking to replace these ingredients to clean up the maltodextrin from their products. But until we find out from that, and if I do find out, I'll put out an update video about it. So that's about it for tonight. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend. We will be in touch at some point next week. Obviously, I'll have another video come out probably Saturday morning sometime. Going to probably stick with Saturday mornings instead of the Saturday nights. Just easier for me to premiere in the morning, instead of doing it in the evening. So I'll post that on the community tab as well. And then, looking forward to meeting everyone in person at KPL next week, and then having some adventures. So that's it. Till next time, keep on thriving, my friends.